Right, it's the aerial super test. Is it 6 PNI ones which we ordered and 3 Midland ones? We recently went through SWRing the PNI ones. They came out of the box correct for CPT band, which is no good to us because we're going to be using the UK band. We're going to use our usual channel 31. So they've been SWR'd for channel 20, as you would do. And so 31 isn't going to be the best SWR. So we've done that on purpose. We're not going to go and say, yeah, this is fantastic on channel 20. We're on channel 31. So that's not the best case scenario. You'll see he's gone out in the Toyota, not the electric car, and he'll be changing these different aerials. So the 3 Midland ones, so we've got a short, a medium and a long one from their range, and then we've done the similar kind of thing with the PNI ones. I think he starts off on the Pni Ml70, but he will say so. So he's using a Harrier CB, which we recently serviced and does 3.9 watts. So that's how it is. I'll be using the Harrier base station, and this aerial is about 5 feet higher than the aerial we use for the on the air tests. It does make a tiny bit of difference, and it's in a different part of the building, which also makes a difference. I'm just going to make sure that he's receiving me. Tango 21, Mr. Chippie, just checking we've got communications for the video over.
Tango 21, yep, receiving you loud and clear.
Roger, and your location over?
Yeah, just turned off the end of the lane, now on the main road.
Yeah, you might like to announce the petrol station price for the viewers over.
Yep, Roger, do that shortly. Right, today's unleaded 165.9, today's diesel 177.9, and that's at Ancaster service station.
Thank you for that, and I also mention that's in litres.
Right, I don't know if we're announcing positions on this one, because that's not the gig, is it? Anyway, I've gone through Ancaster Crossroads and just coming up over the top of the hill.
Well, Roger, we may as well, because we are on a different aerial and it's about 5 feet higher, so at least it proves the kind of path of the course we're heading for over.
Roger this. Well, this is the longest of the PNI aerials, the ML160, is it? And so, you know, it should be the best performer out of the PNI series.
It should, and of course we have demoted ourselves to mag mounts. These are all mag mounts, whereas we normally are using drilled in aerials, so that's going to be a difference. We're going to drive the
21 for Mr. Chippie. We're now going around Scratchy Corner, Wilsford. Over.
Roger, got you at Scratchy Corner.
Roger that. Right, we're now going over Wilsford level crossing. Over.
Roger, got you going over Wilsford level crossing.
Roger that.
Roger, got you at the Kelby turn.
Roger that. Right, we're now crossing the Greyleys turn.
Roger, got you at the Greyleys turn.
Roger that. And 21 Chippie, make sure I've got you.
Roger, you've got me.
Right, so I'll get out south camera and say, you know, this is the PNI, whatever, and I'll get back in the car and talk to you. Over.
Yeah, that's fine, thank you.
Right folks, this is the PNI Ml70, I think it says, they're on the other side. Yeah, an ML160, so we'll now see how it sounds. Tango 21, Mr. Chippie, are you receiving?
Yes, I'm receiving you on the ML160 aerial over.
Yep, roger that, receiving you, getting you about an S5 on this end.
This is that S1, so it doesn't really matter what the S's are, but yes, you tell me, but it's all about communication, so that's fine.
Roger that, I'll just remind you it's the PNI Ml70, this version.
I've written down that you gave me an S5 and I gave you an S1.
Yeah, roger, I'll move on to the next aerial.
Thank you.
So the idea...
Tango 21, Mr. Chippie, are you receiving?
Yes, I'm receiving you on the ML160 aerial over.
Yeah, roger that, receiving you, getting you about an S5 on this end.
And this is about S1, so it doesn't really matter what the S's are, but yes, you tell me, but it's all about communication, so that's fine.
Roger that, just remind you the PNI Ml160 this version.
I've written down that you gave me an S5 and I gave you an S1.
Yeah, roger, I'll move on to the next area.
Thank you.
Folks, this is the PNI ML100 and we'll see how it sounds. Tango 21, Mr. Chippie, are you receiving?
Yes, Tango 21 receiving. I was exactly the same signal from that aerial. So what's the model number, please?
Yep, roger, that's the PNI ML100, over.
What signal am I giving you, please?
Yeah, again, you give me S5.
Roger, thank you. Move on to the next one.
Yeah, roger that.
Tango 21, Mr. Chippie, are you receiving?
Yes, Tango 21 receiving. I've got exactly the same signal from that aerial. So what's the model number, please?
Yeah, roger, that's the PNI ML100, over.
And what signal am I giving you, please?
Yeah, again, you give me S5.
Roger, thank you. We'll move on to the next one.
Yeah, roger that.
Right folks, this is the PNI Ml70 and we'll see how it sounds. Tango 21, Mr. Chippie, are you there?
Tango 21, I'm about to turn the 12 down, over.
Yep, roger that. Well, I am receiving you. You give me about just below S4 now.
Okay, got you at S4, roger. Move on to the next one. Well, what's the model number, please?
Yep, roger that. It's the ML70. Actually, you give me about S3.5 if that matters.
ML75, did you say?
ML70.
76.
70.
70, you can see the readability. Thank you.
Roger that, I'll crack on with the next.
Tango 21, I'm about to turn the squelch down, over. Okay, got you at S4, roger. Move on to the next one. Oh, what's the model number, please? ML75, did you say? 76. 70, you can see the readability. Thank you. So the PNI ML70 was, he said, S2 to 3, and we had no S meter reading here, and the readability was well, I'd say 1.
Right folks, this is the PNI S75. We'll see how this one sounds. Tango 21, Mr. Chippie, are you receiving?
Roger, I'm actually receiving you a bit better on that one. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'd agree. Give me a full S4 on this one. This is the PNI SL75.
I've got you on the PNI SL75, and you're giving me an S4 and the readability radio 3, I think we can say on that.
Yep, roger that. Well, I'll crack on with the next one then.
Roger, thank you.
Roger that.
Roger, I'm actually receiving you a bit better on that one. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. Give me a full S4 on this one. This is the PNI SL75.
So I've got you on the PNI SL75, and you're giving me an S4 and the readabilities radio 3, I think we can say on that.
Yeah, roger that.
Roger, thank you. We'll give that 0.5 for its S reading at this end.
Right folks, this is the Midland LC65. Let's see how this one sounds. Tango 21, Mr. Chippie, are you receiving?
Tango 21 receiving.
Yep, roger that. Just give me just over S4 at this end. This is the Midland LC65, over.
Right, got you on the LC65, which doesn't work as well as the Pni Ml70, over.
Yep, roger that. I'd agree with that.
Just talk again, I'll just look at our meter.
Yep, Tango 21 from Mr. Chippie. How do you receive? 5432 112345.
Yeah, 0.5, that's great. You can move on to the next one.
Yep, roger that, will do.
Tango 21 receiving, go ahead. Now I didn't get the model number. Can you go again on the model number, please?
Yeah,
Sierra 40 Sierra 20, over. And is this the PNI one again? It's not that super short one, is it? Well, blow me, it works better than the ML70. That's unbelievable. Does that cover our PNI ones then now? Well, Roger, right, we'll move on to the Midlands. Well, goes to the foot of our stairs if I had any. It just goes to show, doesn't it?
Right folks, this is the Midland LC59. We'll see how it sounds. Tango 21, Mr. Chippie, are you receiving?
21, I'm just having to turn the 12 down for this one, go ahead.
Yeah, you just give me over S3 on this aerial, over.
So this is which model please, over?
This is the LC59. LC59.
LC59. So I've got you at S0. How do you read me over?
Yeah, just over S3. Readability is fine. Bart radio 3.
I'll just go again. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 over.
Yep, S3. Radio 3 probably.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you. Go move on to that tiny one.
Yep, Roger, will do.
Tango 21 receiving.
Yeah, right there. Just give me just over S4 percent. This is LC65.
Right, got you on the this LC65, which doesn't work as well as the Pni Ml70. Over.
Yeah, right there.
Just talk again. I'll just look at our meter. Yeah, 0.5. That's great. We can move on to the next one.
Yeah, roger that,
Tango 21 from Mr. Chippie. Are you receiving? Tango 21 from Mr. Chippie. Are you receiving? Yes, I'm reading you only just. It's probably radio 1 S0. Yep, I'm receiving you.
Channel mode.
G0 OJF 20 FKC.
I've not got you from there either.
Yeah, I can hear you though. You're S0 radio 1.
Roger. Well, shall we go to Scratchy Corner then?
Yep, will do. I'll carry on to Scratchy Corner. Over.
LC59. So I've got you at S0. How do you read me over? I'll just go again. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 over. Okay, that's fine. Thank you. Go move on to that tiny one. So that was about where the ML70 was, which was the worst of the PNI ones in a similar length. Readability, I'll give it readability 2 at this one. It's just that little bit better than the PNI ML70. Tango 21, Mr. Chippie, is that you there, over? G0 FKC, G0 Jeff. No, and I've called through to you. So if you'd like to drive towards Kelby, please.
Yeah, Roger, I'll do that.
Roger. Okay, so we're not making the trip with the LC29, and so he will move to Kelby. We can't do Greyleys because there's nowhere to pull in. So he's going to go from the 6 mile point to the 4 mile point. So you've heard all these aerials doing exactly the same at the 6 mile point. G0 Jeff. G0 Jeff receiving. Sorry, I doubled with you. Go again. No, well, there you are. We're in a different car. It's lower down and all that. So if you move on to Wilsford level crossing, please. I've not been called. Yes, I did. I did just call you, and I just heard a tiny bit of something, but it was not readable. Over. No, that's fine. Wilsford level crossing is what you're thinking of. Right, so he's at the Kelby point. We just got a little tiny bit of nothingness out of him. So he's going to move forwards to the Wilsford level crossing, which puts him about 3 miles away. So he'll have halved the distance. Tango 21, Mr. Chippie, do you read over? Tango 21, Mr. Chippie, do you read over? Yeah, I've not got you from there either. Roger, well, shall we go to Scratchy Corner then?
Yep, we'll do. I'll try and Scratchy
Roger. Takes us to 2.5 miles, that kind of 2 3/4, that kind of thing at the bottom of that hill. Tango 21 calling Mr. Chippie. Mr. Chippie, do you copy? I'll take you to a Scratchy Corner and still no joy over. Roger, so have you tried calling me from there?
Yes, I have. So I think there's an issue with
Yeah, there's got to be a fault if it's not doing it from 2 and a bit miles over.
Yeah, definitely. So I think that come back to base and we'll fault find it. Maybe I have to go back and do it again.
Roger, okay then, see you here. Right, we heard that he's going to come back to base. Roger, G0JF out. So there's obviously something wrong with that LC29 aerial. So we'll pause the video, stop the video, see if we can fix it. Come back to Tango Towers with it.
Right, now passing Ancaster service station and we've got Maxwell Beard in front.
Oh, Roger on that, good buddy. Filmmaker, I think his handle is. goodness, I can tell that's a short aerial, it's scratchy already. Yeah, so he's come back to base, and we couldn't get the MFJ analyzer to see it at all. So we took the mount in, put it on the bench. We've got perfect continuity between inner to inner and outer to outer, and we got no continuity between inner and outer.
Where we all at? Ancaster Crossroads.
Roger, got you to Ancaster Crossroads, which is what you'd expect. So we put the mega on it, and in ohms mode, and we got 0.3 of an ohm. So we cut the plug off, measured the inner to inner, then it was 0.1 of an ohm. So in a high voltage condition, because the mega applies 500 volts, the insulation wasn't as good as it should be, the continuity wasn't as good as it should be. So we've cut the plug off, put a new plug on, and it now actually reads on the MFJ analyzer. Now I'm not expecting much out of it, but at least it works now.
Yep, just going out the top of the hill, go down in towards Wilsford. Over.
Roger, I'm still reading you.
Right, now passing Ancaster service station, and we've got Mansell Beard in front.
Oh, Roger on that, good buddy. Filmmake, I think he's handling.
Yeah, he's got a private reg, hasn't he?
Well, I can tell that's a short aerial, it's scratchy already.
Roger that. Right, we're square wheeled at Ancaster Crossroads.
Roger, got you to Ancaster Crossroads.
Roger. Going over the top of the hill to go down in towards Wilsford. Over.
Roger, I'm still reading here.
Yep, roger that. Tango 21 from Mr. Chippie. We're now going round Scratchy Corner, Wilsford. Over. Tango 21 for Mr. Chippie. Tango 21 for Mr. Chippie. Are you receiving? Right, we're now going over Wilsford level crossing. Over. Right, we're now passing the Kelby turn. Over. Right, we're now Passing the Grayleys turn, however. Tango 21 from Mr. Chippie, are you receiving? Tango 21 from Mr. Chippie, are you receiving? G0JF, 2E0FKC.
Receiving you on the other one, over.
Sorry, say again, you are receiving, you aren't.
Negative, I'm not receiving you on the other one, over.
Yeah, I called you through Scratchy Corner and didn't hear anything back. Currently at Rossby level crossing. I did just hear you in the background, so I'll move back to Kelby.
John, that's fine. You better call me on this one to tell me you're at Kelby, please.
Yeah, Roger, will do. 2E0FK back to standby.
Something I was thinking of is if you move to channel 1, the SWR is going to be better there on that particular aerial, over.
Right, I'll try that now. Going to channel 1.
Channel 1, Roger.
Tango 21 from Mr. Chippie, are you receiving?
Tango 21 Mr. Chippie, Tango 21 Mr. Chippie, do you copy?
Tango 21, I'm receiving you.
Tango 21 Mr. Chippie, Tango 21 Mr. Chippie, do you copy?
Roger, a copy.
Tango 21 looking received, we'll stay on this channel.
Roger that.
Roger, 2-0, okay, I didn't hear anything on that channel, but we'll stay on that, we'll better stay on that one, over.
Yeah, roger that. I was getting you probably radio to S0.
Hey, roger. And that's at Rossby, over.
Yep, that's at Rossby.
Okay, if you move back to Kelby, we'll stay on the other one when you get to the top of the hill, over.
Sorry, say again. Right, I'm at the Kelby turn. I've got out of the car because you're clearly not receiving me very well on this. Tango 21 from Mr. Chippie. I've just put the body cam on record because I didn't have it record. So here goes again. 5432112345. How do you receive?
Yeah, testing 1 2 3 4 5. You're at Wilsford level crossing. I'm now receiving you at 0.5. Readability is 3, and you say you've got me at S3 on this LC29 area, which we've had to repair the plug on.
Yeah, roger that. Just over S3. I was receiving you at the Kelby turn, but only just. It was like S0 readability 1.
Now, can we go back to channel 31, please, over?
Yeah, roger that. 31.
Tango 21, Mr. Chippie, do you copy?
Tango 21, go ahead.
Yes, it's exactly the same. I know the SWR's not as good, but it's exactly the same.
Yep, roger that. You're giving me about the same as well, so no difference there. Right, I'll want me to go on to the Scratchy Corner, or just going to call it a day at that?
No, that's it. That's where the test ends. That's where it was readable from. Alright, thanks for that. See you back at Tango's now.
Yep, roger that. 10-10.
Yeah, that's pretty stable. Give me over to Silver S3.
Right, so Wilsford level crossing, and I'm giving you S3, readability is 3, and I'll just see what you're giving me over. Yep, testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're at Wilsford level crossing. I'm now receiving at S0.5. It's readability 3, and you say you've got me at S3 on this LC29 aerial, which we've had to repair the plug on.
Yeah, just over S3. I was receiving you.
Now, can we go back to channel 31, please, over? Tango 21, Mr. Chippie, decopy. Yes, it's exactly the same. I know the SWR is not as good, but it's exactly the same. No, that's it. That's where the test ends. That's where it was readable from. Right, thanks for that. See you back at Tango Towers. Okay, so having repaired the cable, he was readable from Wilsford level crossing. So we can say that's the 3 mile point. So it's half the range of the other aerial. So it shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't have had to cut the plug off. I say it read okay continuity, but there was some high resistance when we actually put 500 volts through it. And of course, this is what's happening with RF. These things have got to be spot on. I expect the plug's crimped, whereas we put a soldered plug on and end the problem. Now I've had that aerial in stock a couple of years, and it just makes you wonder. Although it's been in the house, it just makes you wonder if these things get a bit tarnished if they're not made that well. So I wouldn't recommend the PNI S40, even though it worked. It's difficult to SWR, and it's a very short bandwidth. Really, more than 20 channels and you're going to be in trouble. And the same applies with this ridiculously shortened LC29 from Midland, which doesn't work as well as the PNI product. Ridiculously shortened, and I couldn't recommend that to anybody either. And the other one with the disappointing was the ML70 from PNI, which we didn't find worked that well despite having gone through all that SWRing with so much care the other day. So we tested the ML160, that worked great. We tested the ML100, that worked great. And then the Midland LC65, we're going down in how well they worked, is the next one. And then the ML75 from PNI. And then we had the LC59 from Midland, and then the last two we've got the PNI little shortened one, the S40. We did get 6 miles on it, and then finally the Midland LC29, which we only got 3 miles on and had to repair. So there you have it, the PNI and Midland aerial super test. Thanks for watching.